It says I'm just now live, but I know it picks up before that. Happens all the time when I go back and look. It's like, God dang it. I'm fixing my hair, whatever, you know. All right, lovelies, today we're going to talk about the freedom of slowing down, why presence changes everything. We've been so conditioned to believe that doing more means that we become more. And that's just not true. It's a lot of effort, it takes a lot of work. But what happens when we slow down? We allow ourselves to receive. We allow things to come into our space. Big learning, big learning. So I'm going to give it a few seconds. Pulled up my page. It says notify me. It says notify me, but I'm already live. So how come? It says upcoming 7/4, 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. So what's the deal? Just click it, apparently, and it's going to show you that I'm live. Perfect. One watching, started streaming. Thanks for being here. Hi, Lisa. Oh, you're not working today. Awesome. Oh, it's 4th of July. Right. Independence Day. Not like celebrate like, you know, the country, but independence for us, each person. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today. So, good morning. Glad you're here today. All right, I'm just rattling a little bit, talking about the freedom of slowing down and why presence changes everything. Oh gosh, so it's a big topic. It's been a process. New job. I knew. Oh, another one, a different one, because that you were working Saturdays on that first one. Is this the second one? Congratulations. Oh, I got something. Probably a cat hair. Oh, this is just good times. It's good times. So I was gone for Sundance and was certain that it always brings more clarity. It always brings great learnings. There's always just amazing stuff that I get from being at Sundance. And it's a better opportunity. Excellent. I love that. Love that. So, you know, there's just a lot of like process, and I'm looking at the computer because I can read the comments. I can't see them right here, but sometimes they don't show up. So, computer's up for that. So Sundance, it's a technically a 12-day ceremony, and it's spiritual in nature. And so, in that process, there's always clarity. There's insights. There's all kinds of stuff that comes with that. And then it's been a little over a week since we've been home, and of course they just continue to be revealed. So, and why this topic today? Because I got to really see how my presence, good morning Alita, being presence, it's so different than always trying to achieve or produce or do something. And I remember I had a mentor who would say, you need to stop doing it the way you've been doing it and just allow spirit to show up and tell you what the next step is, or slow down. And I'd be like, okay. And I would do it for like 3 or 4 weeks. And she said, well, did you change it? I said, oh, yeah, I did. Because I'd hear like some line in what she said, and I would twist it up to serve me so that I wouldn't have to be still for that long. Hard-headed? Anybody else hard-headed? Like, I got to do it my way. And it's, my way has, you know, my way, my egotistical, grandiose way has not worked very well so far. So when I learned to surrender and be fully present, it's taken years to stop pushing and regulating and trying to fix and save and rescue. Anybody relate to this? But who are you without those pieces, that identity? Who are you? Who do you become when you stop attempting to constantly produce to prove your worth? That was what it was for me. I'm going to keep proving and producing and doing more and overachieving. Anybody relate to this? So that I can prove I'm valuable and I'm worthy. Nobody cared. They took advantage of that because I was always that overachiever and I do really well. Perfect message right now. Been changing in how I show up, rest in my stillness and reflecting, surrendering to the stillness. Difficult process for sure. You know, we are not comfortable and it was never safe to be still. That me stop trying to be my survival self. I know. Yes. And that's what we've been programmed for. And our nervous system is also wired for that. So, like, just be kind to yourself. This is not something that we just, it is habit because that's how we're wired. And so we get really hard on ourselves and beat the crap out of ourselves over and over and over when we're wired to behave in this way. Look it up. Science proves it. Michael Wisdom, hi. Welcome. So it's when our nervous system starts to get rewired and we're able to actually stop and sit still for a minute, 2 and 3 and 4, life shifts. I'm telling you, I came home. So this is where we are letting go of someone who I've counted on our whole damn life. Yes, absolutely. And so there's a grieving process in that. The version of us, the identity of us that has shown up to help us get here. That one is no longer needed. But the mind is wired for that, and it wants to keep, hi Mel, and it wants to keep keep us safe. Although when we really look at it, it's not really keeping us safe. But the mind only has its experience. And so it will always revert to what it's comfortable with and familiar with. Save, fix, rescue. I was trying to put words together. Regulate the environment. I think it's changed here on YouTube. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll figure it out a different way. So, but what if the most power for us doesn't come from us doing more stuff? Regulating the room, trying to save people, trying to get them to hear us, trying to rescue them. What if that's not it? That's not where our power comes from. So I had a big adjustment at Sundance. For years, I've been the camp mom, kitchen mom, taking care of a very small camp. Then last year it doubled in size. So that made us about 30 people. And then this year it doubled again. And this year I was clear that, and I was told last year that I won't have to be in the kitchen. It'll all be taken care of and I can go be in the arbor where I need to be. Whew. Never even occurred to me. That was an option. Just never occurred to me because I was always in the kitchen. It's just what I did, right? Save, fix, rescue, regulate them, right? Okay. So now it's at a big adjustment. First of all, we have way more people. I'm completely overwhelmed. I have moments of like, oh my God, I need to leave. I need to go home. This is way too much for me. I just like this moment of I go hide in my tent and I get out my journal and I start journaling so I can process these emotions and these feelings and the energy. And then I just got to adjust to, right? Thank you. To not being the camp mom. So by default, I kind of have the title because Lou's the camp chief and the arbor chief. And so I'm married to him. And I was always in the kitchen because we were just so small. We were, just skeleton crew. Now we have a lot of help. And there's this huge adjustment to giving up those roles and those identities and being fully present. Everything changed. And this has been a practice. Stay camping crone, pass down the wisdom, right? And so I just got to be still. I did more journaling than I ever have done at Sundance, ever, because I was always just present and doing whatever I was doing to keep us going. Yeah, so when I, this is for all of us. When we stop arguing with reality and what's so, we can be present. When I stop resisting, that I don't have to play that role anymore. I don't have to control the outcome. I don't have to scan the room or the camp to make sure that everyone's okay and have what they need. I didn't do any of that. Probably the first time ever. I think there were a couple times that it showed up where I came in and I'm like, what is going on? And why are you doing this? And why you're not doing that? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I caught myself. I'm like, never mind. Let me just mind my own business and go back to what I was doing. Because I don't really know what's going on because I haven't really been in the kitchen. So I caught myself in the mid flow of that. So being present. Yeah, it's a full rewire of that nervous system where I don't have to keep scanning and I don't have to keep looking and I don't have to feel like it's my job to regulate everybody or to make sure that they have everything. People still came and asked me questions. Huge rewire, yes. Huge. So when our nervous system gets rewired, we are always teaching people how to treat us. But I didn't have to talk a lot, and I didn't have to tell people. I didn't have to verbally set all these boundaries like I have done in the past. There were probably a few. I'm sure there are a few. So people are not responding only to our words. They're responding to our presence. So there's just so many things that have played into this where I came home and we have 6 new babies. We have a feral cat. Thank you for the emojis. I see them on my computer, not on the phone. Okay. So we have 6 new babies, kittens, a couple weeks old. The lady that was here, she said she still looks pregnant. I said she does. She's feral, but when she has the baby, she still has a pooch, and she's always just kind of looks pregnant, and so she didn't even know the babies were here. Okay, 6 babies. The other 2 litters, only 1 has survived. So I get in there and I start checking them out. They're infested with fleas. They're outside in a box on the porch. Oh, awesome. So I start to take care of the fleas and I put this natural stuff on them. Well, she abandoned them. So I have now, one disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. And then one died in my arms from the fleas. I didn't realize how sensitive babies are. So this is where my embodiment of being fully present, I'm very hyper focused. I'm scheduling everything around feeding the babies because they depend on me. I was pissed at first. I was pretty angry about that. I was mad. I don't have time for this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to save, rescue, or fix the babies, but it's not even about that. It's about they won't live without me. And I'm showing up in the present state from being present, not from being angry or because I have to. It's what's in front of me. It's like taking the next right step. This is what's in front of me. And so I'm taking care of the kittens. They're off in the bathroom because they get kind of vocal. So they're doing really well. They have figured out that I'm the one that feeds them. But that's keeping me very, very focused and very, very present. There's very little else I can take a look at right now. So I fed them right before I came on. And then I have a client right after this. And then I'll feed them again. 2 to 3 hours. And then they're getting a bath today. Because I had to get them stable so that I can give them a bath today. And get the rest of the fleas off. I've been combing them, but oh my God. They still had a lot on them. So, yes. And so that brings us to this place when there's nothing else that I can be doing. Keeps me home. I'm not going out for the holiday. It's here. Present. That next right thing, right? You do the next right thing. Take the next step. I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to figure out if I want to go somewhere, can I take them with me? Because I'll be gone longer than 2 hours. We were gone about 3.5 hours. And so I fit them right before I left and right when I got home. And so here's the other thing about being present. There was a couple people who just kind of, for a while, just kind of had this like little glitch in our energy field. When we would come together, we were just kind of like not really matched, and the hugs were forced or awkward. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done with this. I am not going to keep doing this. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It doesn't feel good. And so I just avoided them. I did the avoiding this time. Now they come into me. They come into my space and give me a hug. No awkwardness, no weirdness. We actually have had some conversation. I'm like, wow, well, isn't this interesting? It's evidence. I'm not trying to make it happen. I'm not pushing. I'm just simply being present with me. It's a huge shift. And it feels different. Like my life just feels simpler. When we are settled, now we've all had the experience. I'm pretty sure I can say all have had the experience of people coming up and I call it word vomiting, just telling us stuff that might not even be our business, but there's something about us creates a safety for them to tell us everything, or something maybe that's going on in their life. Y'all get that? Y'all know that, right? That it's just who we are in our energy field. But when we settle, it gives people permission to also settle. We're not interfering. We're not over-regulating, over-explaining. We're not doing any of that stuff for them. We're settled and present, and they can be present. They may still tell you stuff, but it's a different frequency and a different energy, and we're no longer absorbing or taking it on or feeling like we have to regulate or transmute for them. Questions? Anybody have any questions on this? Somebody sent me something about being tolerant. Now, let me see. I can't remember exactly what you said. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There's something about being tolerant. When we are fully present, I don't have to tolerate. I'm just present, and it gets easier. Does that make sense? Window of tolerance. Let me see what it was. And you said that, and I'm like, because I have not felt like I'm tolerating. I have to tolerate these kittens. I have to tolerate taking care of the situation. It's just what it is. Learning about deeper things in me, that mastering energy. Window of tolerance. Okay. Window of tolerance. Building a wider window of boundaries. Aha. Okay. Give me some context. Thank you. Yes. So the clearer we are, the more present we are. Oh. When I pulled that up, I pulled up a picture of my dad. Oh. Let's close it out. That just hit my heart. It's been 10 years, the first, that he left. Wow, I was not expecting that. Building a wider window of tolerance away from anxiety and all negative emotions. Thank you. Just letting myself feel it for a moment. Thank you for holding that space for me. You know those places where the dang, the grief just shows up, but you're not expecting it. I was not expecting that at all. Had a really amazing experience on the anniversary on the 1st. So I had a really amazing experience because I communicate with them all the time. And so I had this really amazing experience on the 1st one of the anniversary. And then I see this picture right now and it's like, oh, dang. So even though the energy is different, I still have a relationship with him. That physical presence is huge missing. Dang. Every day. Even though I talk to him all the time, it's still that. I miss the hugs. I just miss him. Just breathe into this. Talk about being present. I get to be present in real time with you all. It is a wild Mustang, yes, for sure. The heart wants what the heart wants. Yes, it does. That was a wave. It was a wave. Yeah, thank you for staying in the presence with me. Okay. Let me see if I can come back to this now. These moments. So these moments of presence, they come, and this is part of sitting with it, not abandoning ourselves. Because I could have easily just went, oh, hold on, I'm so sorry, I'm crying. And I'm never, ever. Stop apologizing for your tears. Stop. Somebody told me these are pearls of wisdom when we cry. And we should never be sorry for crying and having tears and having our moments. There was a time I would have just sucked it up and kept breathing and then let me carry on. And instead I stayed with it. And when we stay with those feelings and those moments, they move. It didn't last forever, but I got to fully feel it and feel you all staying with me, holding this space with me. And that's very different than most of my life. So thank you for that. It's still rolling. Building a wider window of tolerance away from anxiety and all negative emotions. Not going below and collapsing or going above and freaking out like panic attacks. Okay, so the deeper acceptance of ourself, the less we do that. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to just tolerate people. Because it feels to me like, hi Wendy, it feels to me like I have judgment about tolerating people. Because I've tolerated a lot in my life. So really unpack what that means for you. I know you have more context around that. But the deeper our acceptance of ourselves, the deeper we stay present in these moments that you just experienced with me, the less we feel like we have to tolerate people. I actually told someone that I met when I got to Sundance, she just talked nonstop. And I said, could you please stop talking and just listen? Oh, I am, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, she later said, after she came out of the sweat lodge, I just realized I just need to stop talking and listen. Just, awesome. You know, I didn't have to take credit. I just got to support her and love her and be present for her. And I really like her a lot. Really like her a lot. So I just, you know, it just made me chuckle and I just had to decide for myself when to move away. Because it overstimulates my system. And, you know, and that's okay. I don't have to stay in that. And that's what happens. That's when we start to over explain and keep trying to talk and help people understand us and get who we are or whatever we're saying. We can overstimulate them. That's why we feel too much for some people, because we overstimulate them because we want them to get us. And that's kind of where she was at. And I just knew when I had to leave. We should go take a walk. I have to go to the bathroom. Something. So the window of tolerance away from anxiety, negative emotions. It's not really about self-care and the self-love and staying present in your moments. Like that moment I just had when I saw a picture of my dad. Staying present in those moments. Not leaving yourself in those moments. We have more acceptance of others when we can accept ourselves, which could equate to tolerance. But there are places I'm intolerant. I'm intolerant of people overstepping or not hearing me. And so I get to decide how I'm going to be with that, like with that person. And so I walked away. I didn't stay away. We're all camping together. And she's an amazing woman. Just in that moment, I needed space. Okay. Let me come back to the rest of this. So sorry. That was a wave. Yep. Heart wants the heart wants. No for us. Thank you. Peace, please. Yes. Peace. Anything else? My son had his wedding last weekend. Aw, congratulations. I was at so much peace observing him. Got a bagpiper to make an appearance. I was so outside of it yet enjoying it all. I did wish I had changed out of my dress for the reception. I hear you. Had to also bring the 2 little dogs though. Sometimes that's a good reason to escape for a little while when we have to go take care of our babies. And that's kind of where I'm at with these kittens, right? They get food every 2 to 3 hours, so, and they're not on solid food yet, so I'm guessing between 3 and 4 weeks old. Yeah. So this freedom was the title, the freedom of slowing down. That was my first realization with the kittens, was the little one that had been so infested, and she just never recovered. And I just got to hold her and be still with her and be present with her. It was the best thing I could do. And I know there was a time in the past it would have not been easy to do. That was my first gift in that. I was like, oh, get to be really fully present. You are a kitty warrior. We have so many. Oh, God. When I saw the 6, I was like, oh, my God. What the hell? That we have, so there's 4 left. And we already had 17 that I could count. So that made 21. Plus, there was another one that had kittens. We never met them. And now I see one that's about 3 months old showing up. So now that's 22. These 4. No. Somebody asked me if we were keeping them. I'm like, no, that is not the plan. But it was never the plan before either. So it was always, no, we're not keeping these. And then we fall in love with them. They're so cute. But it's there's just a point. It's a lot. All right, so I pulled a card out of Light Worker Oracle. And it's Family of Light. That is what we are here. I looked at it, I'm like, oh, well, that's what we are here. Family of Light. So you can see, here's the person, like this would be you, and then here's your family around you. So you have family in spirit and your family physically here. And presence, right? So she's fully present in her skin, in her moment. We all have family of light. Something I've been present to recently is the family, the light, being the light. We are all light in the world. We're all bright lights in the world. We've been that our whole lives, whether we liked it or not. We could not really hide it, no matter how we tried to or how we tried to dim it. It just doesn't work. What we get to stop doing is chasing after people. I have an image of the lighthouse. So imagine a lighthouse on the beach. It's light, so the ship's coming, avoid the shore and or come to the shore, whatever that's designed for. But the lighthouse is not chasing people down the shore or chasing ships to come in. Only the ones that are meant to see it. And that's presence, and that's light. And I had the concept of that, but I never stopped chasing. Can you see that? Can you see this little lighthouse? I see a little cartoon with a lighthouse with little legs running up and down the beach, chasing the ships. It's stable in one place, emitting its frequency and its light. That's what we're doing. That's what we're learning to do. And that's what presence brings you. So here's some questions if you are a note taker that you can journal on or just sit with. Where am I creating unnecessary urgency? What would change? What would change if I trusted this moment instead of resisting it? What am I ready to stop carrying? Questions for you to sit with, write about, whatever works for you. If you like what we're doing here, like this present moment, subscribe. I know a lot of you are already. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications. I do my best to be here live at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time every Saturday. I had 4 decks I pulled out, so I'm looking at which one next. Pull a card from. Questions? Anybody any questions? Yeah. The Inner Temple is the deck, Rebecca Campbell. And this card just flipped out. The Holiest Temple. Hi, Jamie. Happy 4th of July. Yes, yes, yes. Do you see? The Holiest Temple. It is you. And you see the light? She's emanating. And it's coming from above. Connection to spirit. So that is you. You are the holiest temple. Presence, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, honoring yourself. Honoring your moments, not abandoning yourself in the moments when I see a picture of my dad and I start crying in front of everyone. At least it wasn't this full-on ugly cry. Somebody said that on a show I was watching. I'm not supposed to ugly cry on TV. It's like, well, it happens, So let's see here. On Wednesday, I am doing it's the second Wednesday of the month. You can mark your calendar, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The time could adjust somewhere, but right now it's 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a free session. It's on Zoom, so you have to register. so that I can send you the link, and I'm going to put it, it's in the description right now, and I'll put it in the comments right here. And hit enter there. So you can sign up if you like. There is no recording. Well, that's not true. I record it, but I'm only going to send it to people who show up. So even if you couldn't be there the whole time, I know that happened with somebody, I would send you the recording. You know, so if something happens and you're not able to make it, just show up and let me know you're there, and I'll send the recording. Otherwise, it's not going to go out to everyone. It's a live experience of recalibrating the field. What are you present to? What's the thing that you're ready to let go of? Like what's one thing that you're ready to let go of? And then I get to assist you in clearing that energy. And whatever other teaching comes along in that. So I know some of you were there that last month. So it's an amazing experience, and I love doing it. And I've gotten some upgrades, so I'm super excited to share that with you. And one last card I'm going to pull before we head out for our weekend. I see the little, oh, thank you for that. Hit the like button too, that would be helpful. This deck, Light Code Apothecary. So I'll have to tell y'all, I the other day, I was itching to move my cards. They're in a well, you can't really see the door. It's right here. It's a closet. Had a shelf set up in it. And I was like, I really want to pull them out of there so I have like easier access and I can see them. And pulled this bookcase out, started putting them all on it. The one in the closet's way longer, so they didn't fit. I'm like, oh. Somebody said, oh yeah, your cards didn't want to be moved. They didn't want to be out in the public space. So, like, okay. Well, I got 3 cards here. Duality Merge. Surrender dark into light. That's the top one. Apparently I need to shed some tears. I feel much lighter. Surrender dark into light. What is the dark? The dark are the things that we typically don't want to look at. They're the things that have caused us pain, or some behavior that we're like, no, I'm not going to look there. It's going to stay in the dark closet. But if we don't look at it, it's going to keep coming out. It's going to keep showing up sideways. Cultivate resilience. Strengthen the container by healing the cracks. Same thing, right? That surrender the dark into light. So you're strengthening the container. Your container, your capacity to hold greater light, greater presence, greater emotions. That's what it looks like. Cultivate resilience. And it's not by... Somebody asked me, could you get thicker skin? So it's not by having thicker skin. Resilience truly is staying present. And staying present in the moment. And feeling the feeling and allowing it to move. Somebody said if there's a certain number, like a certain amount of seconds that an emotion will last. But when we stop the process, we lock it in the body. And we continue to loop through it. So if you will embody it, I'll breathe through it, allow it to move, it will clear. And the very last one, I am loved. I am love. It's the root chakra. So when we build the base of love and being loved and loving, we operate from there and we move out of survival. All right, lovelies. Thank you all so much for being here, holding space with me, being present with me, allowing me my space and my emotions. I am grateful. I appreciate you all. I love you very much. Have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy your holiday, whatever you do. We usually stay out of the crowds and stuff, so We may look up into the sky and see if we can see some fireworks because they made something bottle rockets. They were illegal or not illegal, but they were only they were illegal anyway. They've made some things legal that were not. So big boom. Now in California, they're limiting, safe fourth or whatever. But now big boom's here. All right, everyone, have a beautiful weekend. Get signed up if you'd like to join me on the Wednesday night calibration session, and I'll see you here next Saturday. All right, namaste.